3 cases of Omicron, a variant of SARS CoV-2, have so far been detected in Tobago. Health authorities believe the confirmed Omicron infections signal that there are more undetected cases. Medical Chief of Staff at Roxborough Hospital, Dr. Nathaniel Duke, says that COVID-19 is not the common cold. He says SARS CoV-2 and its mutations are invisible enemies that threaten everyone's lives. Omicron can have long-lasting effects on patients.
One must be very much aware that this variant causes debility, the ability for long-term issues. And these long-term issues include just generalized weakness, shortness of breath, inability to go about your daily activities of living for months. It also affects the pediatric population in a very massive way.
The Secretary of Health, Wellness and Social Protection, Dr. Faith B. Israel, says people should be mindful that Omicron's effects will vary from person to person, especially when comorbidities are factored in. Comorbidity means that a patient has more than one illness at the same time, such as obesity and diabetes or hypertensive heart disease.
Milder does not mean mild. And for some people, their infection will be moderate and will be severe. So milder does not necessarily mean that it will be a walk in the park. It's also important to note that with our large numbers of individuals who have comorbidities, that a larger number of people getting infected with Omicron would mean a larger number of people who have very, very bad or very severe infection.
Dr. B. Israel is assuring that more testing sites will be introduced.
We also will be ramping up testing. So you would very soon be able to get tests closer to where you are, closer to where you live, closer to where you work, closer to where you go to school. And we think that that is also going to help us identify very quickly who is infected so that we know how to look at you, we know how to treat with you, we know how to monitor you without waiting for you to get very, very sick and then presenting to our health facilities.
Following the proper health protocols like wearing a mask, washing your hands, and getting vaccinated are still considered important. They can reduce the likelihood of severe illness and possibly death. I'm Omodara Mills for Let's Talk Tobago.